Hey guys, so I have good news and bad news. Good news, I ended up watching the original Black Christmas. That obviously is rated R. Came out in 1974, an hour and 38 minutes. Bad news, I did a big horror community no. I watched the remake before I watched the original. Yeah, I know. I think I was only like 12 when I watched the remake. Now, obviously, for any of you horror fans out there, you know what Black Christmas is about. For anybody who's very, I guess, new to the genre, Black Christmas is exactly what it says. It is one of the most fucked up Christmases that you could even fathom. Now, it is all centered around these sorority girls, and some of them end up wanting to go home for the holidays. Some want to stay, in their sorority house and be with their sisters. Excuse me. And, well, when they decide to stay in the house, excuse me, everything just continues to go awry. People end up going missing. People end up, you know, being suspects. This film is definitely one of the biggest classics that, you sit there and you just think to yourself, can this really happen? Well, a lot of films, especially in the 70s and 80s, were based off of true stories. I know not a lot of people know that, but I don't know if Black Christmas is based off of a true story, but I wouldn't be surprised. Now, want to remind all of you, I was born in 1996. So, I'm going to only give you the people from this cast that I know. So, we have Olivia Hussey, who plays Jess Bradford. We have Margaret Kidder, who plays Barb. And you have John Saxon, who plays Lieutenant Ken Fuller. Now, the whole time that I was watching this film, I thought that Barb was the important character. But no, it's Jess. And Barb is like the flimsy, like, best friend who decided to sleep with everybody. And Jess is very, you know, she's straight A student. She's very, she sticks to what she believes in. And, excuse me, so the whole movie starts off with them throwing a party. And they're getting all these strange phone calls. And we end up learning that these phone calls have been happening for like a couple weeks now. And if not longer. But it's just some guy screaming on the phone and saying, some really fucked up shit. And we keep on going back and forth, and like I said, everyone ends up dying, for the most part. And it's definitely one of those crazy films that you don't know what the hell's gonna happen. There were some things I didn't like about this film. Like, I didn't like how it ended. I'm not gonna spoil that, even if you've seen it. But I highly suggest you give it a watch. Now, IMDb did give it a 7.1 out of 10, which is very impressive, if you ask me, because IMDb doesn't really give up anything over 6s, it seems. But I can definitely see why it's a classic. I typically, I'd probably give it a 3 out of 5, but only because I don't like how it ends. But it's still a cult classic. I would still end up watching it every year just because it is a cult classic. Now, if you are interested in watching this, you can watch it on Peacock, you can watch it on Prime Video, you can watch it on Tubi. But I don't know. Maybe it's just because I don't understand how scary it was back then, or, you know, I've done one of these before, and a guy commented saying that I don't understand what a film meant to people, and maybe he's right. I don't understand where, Black Christmas was an amazing one. I do to a degree, because in 1974, this wasn't a film that you would easily see, right around the corner. And I definitely agree that this was a staple to give us the horror that we have today. But like I said, I don't like the ending, so it's a 3 out of 5 for me. Give it a watch, let me know. Maybe I just suck at reviewing very old films, but I know my brother-in-law will be upset with me. But I don't know. It didn't reach out at me. But let me know.